Werder Bremen up against Borussia Dortmund. Bremen hot on the heels of league leaders Bayern Munich, wanting 3 points at home, up against Dortmund, who had a cup game in the week. Big break for Mesut Özil into the starting 11. No Diego for Werder Bremen. Diego picking up a red card last time out against Frankfurt for a little bit of slap and tickle with Sotirios Kyrgiakos. Bremen in green, first chance. Falling to them, Rosenberg providing the cross that Kovac nearly put through his own keeper. Mark Ziegler having his gloves warmed in the opening 10 minutes on more than one occasion. Kovac, how many times have we seen those go in? 8 minutes gone. Bremen again winning the ball in midfield. Özil with the run. Thinks he'll have a shot. Almost the same thing. Took a deflection. Mark Ziegler doing his thing between the sticks. Bremen coach Thomas Schaaf, as ever, impassive. Coming up towards 20 minutes. Dortmund on the attack. And the chance for Petric. This time it's Tim Wiese with the lightning reactions. Most of the first half was all about the goalkeepers. Blaszczykowski crossing in, and Petric unable to convert. Corner for Bremen, just around the half-hour mark. Jensen. Mertesacker was the target. And in the end, Klasnic and Mertesacker unable to slip it past Mark Ziegler. Mertesacker with the captain's armband. Frank Baumann suffering from a little bit of stomach flu. Ricocheting around like a pinball machine in the 6-yard box of Dortmund. Next piece of action. Again, just around the half-hour mark. Nelson Valdez up against his old teammates, shadowed closely by Naldo. And again, Petric and Overmars this time getting tangled up. The referee, Dr. Marcus Merck, had seen an infringement. The work from Valdez. Petric bringing his man over. And Tinger's shot would not count. Thomas Doll was not at all happy. 36 minutes gone. Free kick. Step up, free kick specialist, Naldo, the Brazilian. Saved by Ziegler, very nearly going in off the underside of the bar. Dortmund with a let-off. But we all know that Naldo can hit them from distance. And the wall parted like the Red Sea. Bounced in front of Ziegler, very difficult for him. 7 minutes before the break, Dortmund on the attack with Blaszczykowski. And now, watch the mistake from captain Per Mertesacker, letting in Petric, but he makes good and heads it out for a corner. A close call for the 1.98 meter defender. Thomas Schaaf not impressed. His team hadn't scored. Minute to go, just before the break. The ball somehow squeezing its way through to Rosenberg, and he scores with what is probably the most coolest goal. The Swedish Iceman makes it 1-0. And Thomas Schaaf had made a few changes. He brought off Overmars and put on Aaron Hunt. And Bremen were starting to look heavy up front. At first glance, that looks like an accident, but when you see this on slow motion, you can see that Rosenberg blocks off Rukavina and then coolly puts it in. There was a question, though, of a possible offside. Some very brave and hearty people with no shirts on in this kind of weather. Half-time 1-0. Dortmund into the second half with Petric and a free kick. The question would be, could he convert? Nearly, but not quite. Mladen Petric, top scorer for Dortmund this season. 11 on his account, nearly made it 12. Tim Wiese just watched the ball, left it, didn't even put his arms up. 50 minutes gone. Fritz to Naldo. And as we all know, Naldo likes to shoot. But then Mark Ziegler likes to save. Naldo actually had 5 shots during this game. Last season, he was one of the most dangerous defenders in the league. 8 minutes later, Dortmund with the South African Delron Buckley. Fritz in front of him, gets it through to Federico. Chance, but just in front of Petric. Burnish with a last-ditch effort. Passive offside. Buckley's ball. Burnish in the right place at the right time. Dortmund beginning to look tired. The midweek game against Hoffenheim in the Cup telling on the legs. Aaron Hunt. And somehow Rosenberg squeezing the ball past Mark Ziegler. 8th goal of the season for him. Dortmund beginning to look very tired. Some scores to be settled. It was Dortmund that put Bremen out of the German FA Cup. They've beaten them in the last 3 meetings. But now Dortmund were 2-0 down. Rosenberg in absolutely fabulous form. Delight for Bremen. 20 minutes before the end. Corner, chance for Naldo again, and off the line this time from Diego Klimovitz. Özil. Klimovitz again. You know you're in trouble when your strikers are back in your own 6-yard box. Thomas Dahl not at all happy. Dortmund's coach expecting the worst. Last chance of the game, really, for Mladen Petric. And a very unhappy Thomas Dahl. But a very happy Marcus Rosenberg. 3 points, that'll keep them hot on their heels of Bayern Munich. But Dortmund, well, maybe they'll just concentrate on the cup this time.